Question: can a speed light deliver the flexibility of a portable strobe on a sunny beach, on a rocky island, waist deep in the ocean, at night, and finally inside of a studio? I brought the NEEWER Z3R 100 watt second TTL speed light to Subic Bay in the Philippines to find out. We use it as the key light, paired it with the compact NEEWER Q120 as the rim light, and control the systems with the NEEWER's touchscreen TTL wireless trigger. After 5 different lighting tests, I came away seriously impressed. Our location was Subic Bay, a coastal area on the western part of Luzon and the site of the former major United States naval base. It gave us almost everything we needed for a demanding location test. Bright afternoon light, changing clouds, sand, wind, water, sunsets, uneven rocks, and finally, a nighttime environment. Our model for this production was Ira.
Hi, this is Ira. Please follow me on my socials and don't forget to subscribe to Portraits by Quan L. Smith on YouTube.
For scenes 1 through 3, we used the Sony A1. Of course, I paired it with the Sigma 105 f1.2, my favorite lens, which you all know I call the Bokeh Master. Every image in these scenes was created with off-camera flash. The NEEWER Z3 serves as the main key light. The Q120 was generally positioned behind or at the opposite side of Ira to create separation and a defined rim light. The Z3R occupies an interesting space between a conventional speed light and a small battery-powered on-location strobe. It produces 100 watt seconds of power. It offers TTL automatic exposure, manual control from 1/256 of a second all the way to 1/1 full power. These specifications sound excellent, but the point of this production was to see how the flash performed in the real-world elements of Subic Bay, Philippines. Could it create a flattering portrait light while competing with the afternoon sun? Could it remain practical when we had to carry equipment into the boat and across rocks? And could the same unit transition from off-camera location lighting to direct on-camera work and studio beauty photography? Our first scene was a sandy area behind our Airbnb bordered by a fence. It was approximately 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a partly cloudy day. This was a useful opening test because the ambient exposure kept changing as the clouds moved across the sun. I positioned the Z3 off camera as a key light and used the Q120 as a secondary or rim light. The goal was not simply to brighten Ira. I wanted to shape her face, control direction of the light, and keep her visually separated from the background. As you can see in this photo, Ira's dress remains bright without losing texture, while her skin has enough contrast to give the portrait dimensions. This behind the scenes photo demonstrates how much of the finished look came from deliberate placement and modification. I had no problem fitting the Z3R into the large, substantial modifier. Yet, the complete location kit remained far easier to transport than a traditional studio strobe system. This is where portability began to matter. On the sand, every extra case, every oversized battery becomes a burden. The Z3R gave me speed-like mobility with considerably more output than I normally associate with standard shoe-mounted flash. For scene 2, we loaded the equipment onto the boat and traveled to a small island in the middle of Subic Bay. Once there, we set up on a rock seawall as the light moved towards sunset. This wide behind-the-scenes image tells the story of the setup. The Z3R created the main light illumination on Ira, while the Q120 added edge definition, helped separate her from the dark mountain and cloud-filled background. As the ambient light dropped, the balance became especially attractive. The flashes illuminated Ira, while the remaining blue light in the sky and the water created depth behind her. The combination of the lights illuminated Ira just enough to make her still look natural inside this large landscape. For our third scene, Ira and the team waded waist deep into the ocean. This was the most logistical difficult portion of the shoot. The light stands were hard to stabilize, waves were consistently changing, and every movement must be deliberate. The Z3R gave Ira a clean, controlled key light while the warm sunset remained visible behind her. Her face and body were shaped, but the lighting does not overpower the natural atmosphere of the scene. The portability of these lights were crucial here. A compact battery-powered setup let the assistants reposition quickly as Ira moved and the waves changed. One important clarification: outdoor photography does not automatically mean waterproof. We kept the flash bodies, batteries above water and protected from the splashes. Always use precaution if you decide to do this type of shoot. And always follow the manufacturer's environmental and safety guidance. We were definitely taking a risk here. Once we finished on the island, we transited back to mainland where we waited for dark. I then mounted the Z3R directly onto my Sony A1, and I also switched to the Sony 50mm 1.2 G Master, and I tested the flash, both manual and TTL modes. The nighttime environment included a string of ambient lights receding into the background. I wanted to preserve those lights as part of the composition while using the Z3R to make Ira the clear focal point. In TTL, the flash automatically evaluates the light through the lens and calculates its initial flash exposure. This is extremely useful when the subject to camera distance changes quickly. Manual mode gives me more repeatability. Once Ira and I were in position, I can then lock the flash power and know that every frame will receive the same output. My preferred workflow is to use TTL when the scene is moving, then switch to manual when I want absolute consistency. The Z3R performed well in both roles. More importantly, changing from our off-camera systems to an on-camera setup did not require another lighting platform. The final test took place in my studio. Here I use the Z3R as the key light for beauty portraits of Ira, shooting with the Sony 90mm macro and the 50mm f1.2 G Master. The close-up work allowed me to evaluate the quality of the light more critically. The flash produced a clean control result with strong detail on Ira's skin, hair, makeup, jewelry, and nails. The transition from highlights to shadow is smooth, and the portrait has dimensions without becoming harsh. Of course, a modifier and careful placement have major influences on the final character of any light. But the Z3R supplied enough controlled light to let me create a polished beauty image without bringing out a full studio strobe. This is an important part of the review. The Z3R was not merely convenient outdoors. It remained a genuine useful light once I returned to a controlled studio environment. And in addition, the touchscreen wireless trigger tied everything together nicely. Being able to adjust the key light and rim lights independently from the camera made the sunset and water scenes much more efficient. I did not need to walk back and forth to the flash every time the ambient light changed. And this leads up to my favorite highlight of this system. Portability is not simply about owning smaller equipment, it changes how you work. A lighting system that is this easy to carry is also more likely to be used. It lets a small team move faster, experiment more, and spend less time managing equipment. So what's my verdict on the NEEWER Z3R? The test was a success. I love its combination of power, TTL automation, manual control, rechargeable battery performance, radio integration, and most importantly, its portability. It worked well as an off-camera key light under changing afternoon conditions. It helped produce dramatic sunset and ocean portraits. It converted into an efficient on-camera flash for the nighttime session, and it delivered polished, beautiful results back in the studio. The Z3R and the Q120 combination has honestly made me reconsider whether I need to reach for my other strobes or my pocket flash systems as often as I normally do. There will always be assignments that require more output or larger studio equipment. But for those portrait photographers who need to move quickly, still want serious lighting control, this system offers an excellent balance. Based on this test and production, I can recommend the NEEWER Z3R without hesitation. If you found this field test helpful, leave a comment and tell me which scene you like most. Was it the afternoon beach, the island sunset, the ocean portrait, the nighttime setup, or the studio beauty shots? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.